Well, after making it official last week and agreeing to terms, the Dallas Cowboys have now introduced their new head coach, Brian Schottenheimer, to the media as he becomes the 10th head coach of the franchise. Let's get you out to the press conference.
Miss Jean, Steven, Charlotte, Jerry Jr., the entire Jones family. Over the past 3 years that I've been here, it's been really incredible to get to know them. But I would say really over the past 4 or 5 days, as we've spent a lot of hours together, that I really realized why this organization, but most important, this family is so special. So thank you guys for the opportunity. From a football family, the Schottenheimers, to the Jones, thank you guys for this incredible opportunity. And I look forward to working so closely with the entire family in continuing the legacy and tradition of this football team and the special brand that it has. I'm honored and privileged to be the next head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. I'd like to just talk briefly about some of the people that we're looking for. And there's a lot of those young men in the back of the room here that, as you guys will learn from me, the Schottenheimers tend to be criers. And that just means we show our emotions. And so the type of people we're looking for that are modeled by a lot of the young men in the back that I will talk directly to them in a minute is just a special group. We're looking for world-class competitors, guys that want to compete every day to be the best versions of themselves. We are looking for people with a relentless work ethic. I was taught at a young age by my father that you can outwork people in this business. You don't belong in this organization if you don't value relationships. This business has never been about X's and O's. It's about people. And when I thought about it, I can't imagine sitting up here with a better group of people, a better family to do this with. So I thank you guys for that opportunity. And lastly, the type of people that we want, people that love this game. The game of football has given me so much, my family so much, but if you're not passionate about the game of football and the shield and what it represents, then you're probably in the wrong line of business. To our players, you are the core of this program, and we will focus on you every day. To Dak, JT, JB, Demo, Brock, T-Siz, Josh Butler, Kalen, Carson, Scooney, you're back there. I don't know if anybody else snuck in that I missed. It means the world to me that you guys are here. And I can't wait to do this alongside you, to get to know you guys at an even deeper level. I want to get to know your hearts. I want to capture your hearts and let you guys get a great feel for me. But thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Quickly about culture, things that I believe in. The family first mantra, which is embodied by the Jones family. To do and make the sacrifices that we make in order to pursue excellence, it requires the sacrifice, and you need to make it fun. My conversation with the Joneses has been incredible. We see football the same way. It's a first-class organization all the way. You can't. I've never been in the big room, Jerry. See, I've never been in the big room. But it's a first-class organization. But please understand this. A first-class organization is not just about the structure of the walls. It's about the way that we treat one another, about the way that we earn each other's trust and respect, and the way we just treat our fans and treat the people that matter to us most. What I'm going to challenge these guys to do is to let their personalities shine. We've got some incredible players. We've got incredible support staff. The strength staff is here. That means the world to me. You guys took the time to come up here. But to do what we need to do is going to take incredible amounts of hard work, but we're going to do it together. Our team, the Dallas Cowboys, will be driven by a competitive spirit and a love for one another. Lastly, I would be remiss if I didn't thank my family. It's been an incredible journey. I've had some opportunities when I was a much younger man that I didn't feel like I was ready. I'm ready now. I know what I want. I know what it looks like. But for you guys that have been with me the whole time, my extended family, I love you. Thank you for being here. To my sister that couldn't be here, Kristen, I know she's watching. She probably has on my dad's Schottenheimer jersey. To my wife, Jenny. It's been an incredible journey. Lots of ups, lots of downs. You've always been by my side. You're my best friend, and I love you more than you know. To my kids, Sutton and Savannah, thank you for the sacrifices that you made to allow me to pursue my dream. You are my greatest achievement, and I love you. To my mom, one of the first ladies of pro football, when I saw her last night and I had a chance to embrace her, she said, "Baby, you did it. I love you." And in closing my remarks, there's one person that's not here today, but I'd be remiss if I didn't mention him. My father was a legendary coach, a great man, but he's an incredible father. And he's impacted me more than anyone in this profession. I know he's looking down on me. I know he's proud. And I miss him very much. But I know what he'd say to me. He'd say, "Brian, the easy part is over. It's time to get to work." I love you, Dad. Thank you, everybody that's here. Go Cowboys.
All right, we'll carry on with questions.
All right, so just 11 days after announcing the separation from Mike McCarthy, the Cowboys have their guy, Brian Schottenheimer, familiar with Dak Prescott, as we know, in this Dallas offense, having spent the last 2 seasons as OC after joining the Cowboys franchise back in 2022 as a coaching analyst. With 24 years of NFL coaching experience, he can now add head coach to his resume. For more on the expectations in year 1 for Schottenheimer, let's get you back into our CBS Sports HQ studios. I'm Jordan Giorgio alongside Jacqueline D'Agostino and Danny Kanell, of course. Danny, Schottenheimer, no time to waste when it comes to starting the process of turning this franchise around and making the Dallas Cowboys a legitimate contender. But for a guy who has never been a head coach in the NFL, has never even been a head coaching candidate for 10+ years, and hasn't called plays in the past 2 seasons under Mike McCarthy, what should our realistic expectations be for him in year 1?
It's the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones is going to want to see a winner.
Yes.
And don't forget, they were 12-5 3 consecutive seasons before this last one, where they were right on the cusp of, making playoff runs, and they were a perennial contender in the division. And then, of course, Dak Prescott gets hurt, wheels come off, and the rest is history. But that's the expectation. I mean, Jerry Jones wants to win, and he wants to win now. So that's the expectation. This hire, it is uninspiring. I think that's going to be the overwhelming consensus from everybody is, Jerry Jones just wants to have somebody he can control, which is true. To me, it feels very similar to Jason Garrett 2.0. But just because no one loves it doesn't mean it can't work. You do have a good relationship with Dak Prescott and some of those players that he referenced in the back of the room. He has been around a lot of different coaches throughout his career. It left me wanting more, and I think they missed an opportunity with Deion Sanders and others that they could have brought in there, made a little bit more of a splashy hire, but then Jerry Jones would have had to give up some of the spotlight to his head coach, which is something that he doesn't want to do. I still feel the Dallas Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is as hyper-involved as he is. He just cannot get out of his own way, and I think this is just the latest example.
Yeah, and this is a Cowboys fan base that not only wants a Super Bowl, but they just want to get to an NFC Championship game. They've been waiting for it for so long. You mentioned the relationship with Dak and that he has a good one. And Jordan, you alluded to it, that this guy has not been calling plays the last 2 seasons. How do you expect him, Danny, to approach this role? Like, do you think he will call the plays, hire an OC to have him call the plays? Like, how do you see this working out with Dak, who is a solid quarterback coming off of an injury heading into the season?
That is a great question, Jacqueline. I do not know what they're going to do as far as play calling goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they do have somebody else come in there and actually call the plays. It's already hard enough, you know, for a veteran guy, a guy who's been to Super Bowls like Mike McCarthy, to manage the whole situation game day. You do have stuff that can help you with that, but I just think this will be an opportunity that he would like to pass this off to somebody else so he can really be the focus of the organization and make those bigger decisions. I think the most important thing is the relationship with Dak Prescott between the quarterback and head coach, that communication. And you heard him, they clearly have a great relationship. You heard Dak was there, several other players on the team were there. He said he wants to build a culture, and that to me is probably what is the hardest thing to find in the NFL, is a culture where everyone is all together trying to achieve one common goal. Especially in today's NFL, you have so many personalities, individuals who just want to get paid or just want to highlight film. You've got to try to put everyone to have to check their egos at the door, and I think that's Brian Schottenheimer, what he's going to try to do from day one. And he even referenced it. We want to be a family, and I care about you as individuals. I like that aspect. I do think players can lean into that, and we'll see if he gets buy-in from the players to do that, because they do have some players that are hungry and want that success. Can he bring that out of everybody so they can check their egos at the door and achieve something special?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that up, because that was going to be a quick follow-up. I think it's a good thing and almost beneficial for him and Dak's relationship, for him shifting from OC to head coach. So we'll see how it plays out. Well, with this hire for Brian Schottenheimer now with the Dallas Cowboys, 6 of the 7 head coaching openings in the NFL are filled as he becomes the 10th head coach of the Dallas Cowboys. All eyes now, you guys, on the Saints, who continue their search for their next leader after firing Dennis Allen back in November.